From the perspective of the Nigerian diaspora, the National Political Reforms Conference was seen as a momentous occasion for Nigeria, but also one that offers an opportunity for the diaspora penetrating into the Nigerian polity, not by way of partisan politics, but by way of facilitating that process of getting the diaspora to be woven into the fabrics of the Nigerian society by way of accelerating its development. And so, when President Obasanjo inaugurated the National Political Reforms Conference, the Nigerian diaspora felt that this was an occasion for the issues bordering on empowering the diaspora to be brought on the front burner. And that was how the idea of pushing a number of diaspora agenda came to take a very, very strong stand. Now, I wouldn't go into the details of what happened, but suffice to say that NIDO, the Nigerians in Diaspora Organization, globally, decided that we needed to convey a summit, and in this summit, we're going to debate the issues that are of cardinal importance to the Nigerian diaspora. One of such issues was the out-of-country voting, what we now call today the diaspora voting. And so, after weighing all the pros and cons, of course, the vast majority of Nigerians in diaspora believe that it was an agenda that NIDO, representing the entire diaspora community globally, would have to push. And so we did all the research around it in terms of its feasibility, what needed to be done, and so on and so forth. And we came to the realization, of course, that for diaspora voting to happen, there need to be some constitutional change. And where else than the National Political Reforms Conference to push for such, constitutional change. And so we did all the research around it, prepared our notes, and handed over to the diaspora representatives to the National Political Reforms Conference. And these are Dr. Olufemi Olojuba, representing the diaspora in Europe, and Dr. Ola Kasim, representing Nigerian diaspora in the Americas. Now, to our utmost surprise, when the item was presented to the plenary of the National Political Reforms Conference, it was unanimously adopted as one of the pieces of legislations that had to be pushed forward to the National Assembly for adoption and ultimately, be taken up in the Nigerian Constitution. That's, in brief, how the idea of that process of getting the Nigerian diaspora voting into the Nigerian Constitution actually came to be. Of course, we know that as of today, that has not happened. As a matter of fact, in the 9th, National Assembly, it was actually voted down by Nigerian, legislators. And so the battle continues, but at least we now know how it all came to be.